Namaste, and welcome to our continuing series on fine poetry. Today, a selection of fine poetry, Part 3, Poems on Light. Mellow Light by Sandra Fowler. I think Forsythia is mellow light, beyond the confines of all wrong or right, that warms war-weary eyes against the night. The power of its brave statement after pain makes one believe that hope is not in vain. Something resembling sun will rise again. Sheer beauty has the solace to restore the soul until the ignorance of war is nothing but a shadow anymore. Shine on, Forsythia, burn like a prayer for those who sent their goodbyes home by air. We wish for them always a spring somewhere. Let the Light Enter by Frances Ellen Watkins Harper. The dying words of Goethe. Light, more light, the shadows deepen, and my life is ebbing low. Throw the windows widely open, light, more light before I go. Softly let the balmy sunshine play around my dying bed, ere the dimly lighted valley I with lonely feet must tread. Light, more light, for death is weaving shadows round my waning sight, and I fain would gaze upon him through a stream of earthly light. Not for greater gifts of genius, nor for thoughts more grandly bright, all the dying poet whispers is a prayer for light, more light. Heeds he not the gathered laurels fading slowly from his sight? All the poet's aspirations center in that prayer for light. Gracious Savior, when life's daydreams melt and vanish from the sight, may our dim and longing vision then be blessed with light, more light. I think light breaks by Sandra Fowler. Your eyes have burned the time to filigree. Nothing is left of light's necessity. Silence has interlocked us both in lace. Great trees are fighting darkness for their space. Eternal whiteness decorates the grass. Leaves skim distance like ornaments of glass. Is there a moon for such a heavy sky? I think light breaks somewhere without a cry. Light and Warmth by Friedrich Schiller. In cheerful faith that fears no ill, the good man doth the world begin, and dreams that all without shall still reflect the trusting soul within. Warm with the noble vows of youth, hallowing his true arm to the truth, yet is the littleness of all so soon to sad experience shown, that crowds but teach him to recall and center thought on self alone, till love no more emotion knows, and the heart freezes to repose. Alas, though truth may light bestow, not always warmth the beams impart. Blessed he who gains the boon to know, nor buys the knowledge with the heart. For warmth and light, a blessing both to be, feel as the enthusiast, as the world-wise see. Light and Darkness by Esther Leclerc. Houses house bodies, bodies house life. Life houses souls, souls house light. Light shrinks from darkness, darkness douses light. Yet light overcomes darkness with spiritual sight. In the beginning was darkness, darkness again at the end, awaiting those who despise light, light's gift of love for all men. Yes, light overcomes darkness with love's perfect sight. A House of Light by Pete Crowther. From my cottage kitchen window I can see 2 fields away, the blue, the shining sea, and ships that slowly glide to far-off shores, each one a separate world, with its own laws. They pass beyond my window and are gone. When morning comes, that miracle, the sun, lifts slowly from the sea, a sacrament of grace and glory and enlightenment. My cottage truly is a house of light. By night shines Sirius, cold and bright, and in the afternoon our living room seems more like a sunny meadow in mid-June. From it we see the sun prepare to slumber, wrapped in the gleaming waters of the Humber, while to the south another lighthouse shines. Peace be to Spurn, and you who read these lines. Light by Ray Lucero. Light, light ever bright, flood my every pore, banish the black of night from my very core. Light, light ever bright, send from high above, still my inner fight, fill me with your love. Light, light ever bright, you bring me cheer and joy, my heart fills with delight. I'm such a happy boy. Light, light ever bright, your gift to me is second sight. God's Lighthouses by Helen Hunt Jackson. When night falls on the earth, the sea from east to west lies twinkling bright, with shining beams from beacon high, which flash afar a friendly light. The sailor's eyes, like eyes in prayer, turn unto them for guiding ray. If storms obscure their radiance, the great ships, helpless, grope their way. When night falls on the earth, the sky looks like a wide, a boundless main. Who knows what voyagers sail there? Who names the ports they seek and gain? Are not the stars like beacons set to guide the argosies that go from universe to universe, our little world above, below. On their great errands solemn bent, in their vast journeys unaware of our small planet's name or place, revolving in the lower air. O thought too vast, O thought too glad, and awe most rapturous it stirs, from world to world, God's beacons shine. God means to save his mariners.